me in. But while I'm coming, somebody steps down in front of me. Y'all didn't hear me. He said, Jesus, I don't have anybody to put me in the pool. But while I am coming, somebody always steps in front of me. This man was experiencing a case of temporary insanity. Because I had to begin to question, and I must admit, when I read this verse, I thought I was going crazy. But I had to keep reading and say, I'm not crazy. The man was crazy because he said, I don't have nobody to pick me up and put me in. But while I'm coming, somebody steps down in front of me. And I want to tell somebody that before you go any further in this year, you got to make up your mind what answer you're going to give. Because, see, it was one or the other. It couldn't have been both. It was either he didn't have nobody to put him in, or it was that somebody stepped down in front of him. But I got happy because Jesus looked at him and says, hey, I didn't ask about the pool. I didn't ask how these past 38 years had been. I didn't even ask you what your current condition is. He said, all I want to know is, will you? Do you want to be made whole? He says, I just want to know, do you want to experience a mighty move of God? And I found out that too often we start answering questions that God has not asked. The Lord did not ask him, why was he still in that shape? He just said, do you want to be made whole? The man is now at a position and at a point where he has to make up his mind. Does he want to be better, or does he want to stay in the same condition? I see the people at the pool. I see the problem at the pool. Verse number 7, I see the power at the pool. But I'm out of here now because verse number 8, it says that Jesus said to him, rise, take up your bed and walk. And the man got up from where he was. And I want to tell somebody that 38 years he had been in the same condition. But I want to tell you that one day with Jesus can change your whole life. This man, he didn't know that he was going to have an encounter this day that was going to let him go home a different way. And I want to tell somebody that by the time we get to verse number 9, it says, and immediately the man was made whole. And the same day, it was the Sabbath. Is there anybody in the room that need the Lord to come and see about you? Is there anybody in the room that need him to come and handle some of your problems? I'm closing here now, but I want to tell somebody that I got mighty happy when I read the text here, because when the man showed up, the bed was carrying him, but by the time he leaves the pool, the man is carrying the bed. Is there anybody in the room that know the Lord will make a way for you? Is there anybody in the room that know the Lord will come and see about you? Is there anybody in the room that know the Lord will do for you what you can't do for yourself? I'm out of here now, but I want to tell somebody in 2013, you got a reason to praise the Lord. I made a New Year's resolution, and my resolution is I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. Well, Reverend, why do you want to bless the Lord at all times? Because one Friday evening, they nailed him in his hands. One Friday evening, they nailed him in his feet. One Friday evening, they placed a crown of thorns up on his head. And y'all know what happened. He died. I said he died. He died to the sun, refused to shine. He died to the moon, dripped away in blood. But that's not how the story ends. The songwriter said they hung him high, they stretched him wide. He hung his head, for me he died. That's love. But early, I said early, early, I said early, Sunday morning, he got out the grave with all power in the palm of his hand. And I wish I had about 1 or 2 witnesses in here that don't mind just telling the Lord thank you that you made it over to a brand new year, that you were able to see January 1st, 2013. Is he all right? I said, is he all right? If I were Chinese, I say she. If I were German, I say Dankeschön. If I were Hindi, I say Shukriya. If I were